Mike, coming off your first loss as a professional, gotta ask, how did that sit with you? You seem like a pretty competitive guy, man. I can't imagine that was fun to deal with.
No, definitely not. I mean, back to the drawing board. I am a professional, and there are levels to this that sometimes I guess you can only learn from taking a loss, but if I had to take a loss, a decision loss would be the loss to take. Not out here getting stopped, submitted, TKO'd, things like that. But I did learn a lot from it, you know what I mean? And it's God's plan. He's got a better plan than I do. He knows where I'm going. All I got to do is keep working hard, keep pressing forward, keep learning, being a student of the game, and I'm going to go far.
I think you said, I mean, if you can take lessons out of your losses, they end up being good for you in the long run. What are the chief things that you took out of that one? Man, I guess, I mean, I took many things. It was really just a couple of things that I didn't do in that fight. Okay, chief thing that I took out of that was that I am a mixed martial artist, which means that I can do everything. I have been trained in everything, and I have many weapons: wrestling, jiu-jitsu, takedowns, and mixing up those takedowns with my striking, with my hands, my kicks, my knees, my dirty boxing clinch game, my Muay Thai. It's all there, but in 15 minutes to put it all in one fight, that's the hard task. And I didn't know how short 15 minutes was until I finally gone 15 minutes. And I got close with Danny, but I still didn't make it. And last time I went 15 minutes and thought, wow, man, I got energy. I could go a couple more. I didn't use all my energy, which I should have pushed and went harder at certain times and done certain things differently. Just a couple of little mistakes, like cutting off the cage a little more, and that would have made a big difference. He would have ran into shots, but no worries. On to the next one. We always say, since I was an amateur, next one's the best one. And this is the next one. I'm ready for this. That's awesome. I did want to ask you, Alan, that week, he said you were being a jerk to him all week long, being, mean mugging him around the hotel and stuff like that. I wanted to ask, I mean, is that just you? I mean, is that part of your gamesmanship, or was that something that you learned, that maybe you don't have to have that intensity all week long? Maybe you can turn on fight night. I mean, what do you think about that? The way that kind of the comments he made about your behavior on fight week.
Well, if we had real problems, like if me and a person that I was going to fight or another person in the world had real issues with each other, I'm going to put it out on the table and we're going to work through it, or one of us just ain't going to make it. Being that it is a fight and I really don't know this other person personally in life, I think about it as if I did, and as if we did have problems with one another, and that's something that I would do. I would call that person out on those issues every time I seen that person, and I would hash it out and I would fight it out until it was dealt with, because I don't like anything hanging over my head. So it was also fun messing with him because he was such a crybaby about it, but it's all right. On to the next one. I seen Jake in here in the hotel already, like the first night I was here, and I gave him a little bit. I was like, "What's up, motherfucker?" Just a little bit. He didn't really say anything back, but
that's fun. That's just part of the package.
Try to have fun, man. Yeah,
that's nice. What do you think about Jake? I mean, obviously a veteran. The guy's been around for a long time. When you got matched up with him, what was your thought on that?
What an opportunity. I mean, to take a veteran, a guy who's been around the sport for years, who has almost 50 professional fights, and I get to show the world what I can do against him. Everything I've been doing my whole life training for this comes down to this moment, and then, yeah, obviously it's going to move past this moment, but for now, it's right now, and that's all we're focused on. And man, the jaws will drop. People will jump out their seats, and I will entertain, and this is going to be a great night for me.
That's awesome. I see you
your buddy Alex Nicholson on social media, both, you know, kind of talk about where you came from. You know, the fact that you guys kind of came from nothing to build what you had. Do you feel like maybe you guys don't get the credit that you deserve for the kind of the work that you guys have put in to get where you're at?
I think it's coming. I think I'm getting it. Just being here and being part of the UFC, I mean, we've come so far. Who would have knew? A year ago, I was nowhere near this, I don't think. I mean, I had a few pro fights, and I was doing well. I was beating guys, but, man, the difference in the level between those small shows and the UFC is unbelievable. Those other guys were just bar fights to me, and it's funny because a bar fight to them is so easy, you know what I mean? But when you take guys who this is everything that they live for, breathe for, they live, sleep, eat, breathe this stuff every day, in and out, it's all they think about. We're a different breed to people. People see us differently when they look at us, and they're like, oh man, don't mess with that person, but we're just people. You know, we hang out with groups of other fighters, right? And they're all normal to me. But when I notice somebody who's not a fighter, it's like I can tell. I'm like, oh, this person, you know, they got a kind heart. They're not trying to punch anybody. But then I got this guy right here who's like a savage person. You can tell the difference between someone who's experienced in going to war and someone who's not.
So when you talk about the fact that, you know, you got to realize that you're a complete mixed martial artist, that you got it all, because I think you've come in and you've shown you've got dangerous hands, you're explosive, you're aggressive. But are you saying that you need to temper that a little bit and show that you got the whole package, or do you still feel like that aggression, that, you know, that's your strength?
Well, I have it. I mean, the knockouts are going to continue to come. That's what I do. All I got to do is put these hands on you, but maybe not force it so much. Maybe switch it up a little bit and use my imagination again. I mean, I got to the UFC because I was using my imagination. I was that little kid who wanted to be a ninja. And then when I got here, I was like, I need to upgrade and become more professional and more serious. But it doesn't have to be. You got to continue to have fun with your work, because this is the greatest job in the world, and that is because you can have fun, and you have to have fun doing this. And I will, and I'm going to continue doing that. I'm going to use my imagination, and I'm going to do things that haven't been done before, and you can't do that unless you're using your imagination. So I'm going to stay young in the mind, but experienced as well. And, you know, it's like a yin and yang thing. Got to put those two together, and we'll see what comes out.
Very nice. You say jaws are going to drop on Saturday night. So how do you see this thing playing out in your head?
I'm going to stick and move a little bit. I'm going to try to lure him in, draw him to me, but I'm going to keep the action flowing. I can't stand in there too long without trying to take somebody's head off. So we'll see if we can get him to walk towards me, and I'm going to beat him up, man. I'm going to touch him when I want, and I'm going to make him think that I don't have what it's going to take to hurt him. And then when he steps in that range, in that target zone, I'm going to hit him with the hardest shot he's ever been hit with. And either he'll lay down, or I'll take him down after that and finish it with some ground and pound.